That's not fun.
It ain't no fun.
We're kind of reliable.
Oh, not shit. I wasn't even looking. Sorry.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody that is in our listening vicinity doing? Hope everybody's good. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week to all the educators that have been listening and that are listening.
And nurses.
Yep, nurses too.
Wait, time out. Teachers only get a damn week?
Shit, nurses only get a week.
I didn't hear you. What?
He said nurses only get a week.
Oh, I didn't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, get to work.
Damn.
But no. No, for real, thank you to all the teachers that make a difference in our kids' lives.
I hope Marcus is not listening to this on loud.
Yeah, but yeah, if it was up to me, y'all would get paid way more than y'all do because y'all deserve a lot more money than y'all make with the stuff that y'all dealing with, especially with the parents who all of a sudden don't want their kids to wear masks to school. And we know how kids carry germs.
They're petri dishes. Yes, they are.
Not your kids, Nick or Sosa.
No
kids.
Well,
no, yeah, not like you're right. Thank you. Sosa, just take it, Sosa. That's right.
What's up, Rob?
Take it.
Just take it, Sosa.
Yeah.
Wait. No.
Sorry.
So here we go. We got B. Lenny, Izzo, Nick. That damn Sosa Rich is taking the night off to take care of some things that he has to do with his real life. So a lot of our information will be wrong and unfounded because we have nobody to check.
Richard is always the voice of reason. We always know that.
Yeah. Oh, we're fucked.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
And we got Rob. And Rob coming in hot at the top of the show. God damn.
What are you talking about? We might as well tell Rob to I was about to say strap up.
Whoa!
To go ahead and put his headphones on and his mic on and his camera up so he can be our fifth person.
That was a pause-worthy moment, sir.
Yeah. What's up, Mobile? So what I want to talk about, and I know a lot of people
Mobile out here making that money now.
Mobile out here making that cheddar. Huh?
No, shouts out to Mobile because the world's open back up. He making that money now.
Yeah. Hey, nigga, Nicky, what's going on? We got people coming here to see y'all. I can't. Yeah, come on, Rob, do it. Let me know when you're ready. So what I wanted to talk about, I know a lot of people who see our link pop up on Facebook, see my little headlines or whatever. And set up, Rob. So one of the things that I've been noticing a lot is the help wanted signs all over everything. Like I traveled out of state a few weeks ago and they were all over this little town that I was in. And I come back and notice the same thing, like nobody wants to work. Or is it nobody can find work? So I know it's not nobody can find work because if you want to, you can go walk down to McDonald's or whatever. But I think more people are looking for
Calvin.
From
oh, you caught that?
Yeah,
Calvin. That took me a second.
They won't let me set
back.
I didn't even know I said that out loud.
I think more people are looking. I think it's people that are looking for jobs that can actually sustain a life. Because cost of living goes up everywhere. Even here in South Carolina, cost of living is going up. And if y'all aren't going to raise the minimum wage to a livable income, then people got to find other jobs that don't revolve around burgers and fries. What do y'all think about the situation?
I hate being a dickhead, but when they get my fucking order wrong at McDonald's, I'll be like, can you want $15 an hour? Sorry.
People fuck up everywhere. I always have to put it in perspective.
And you're right.
It's true, yeah.
And ignorantly, and you're right, 100% right, and I 100% agree with you. But my ignorant reaction is when they fucking put whatever on my Big Mac or fuck up my fries or my fries are cold or soggy or something, like, and you motherfuckers want $15? Like, I know I'm wrong, first of all, but that's the first thing you say.
But are you really wrong? Are you really though?
Why the fuck do I got root beer instead of Coke? And I'll be mad. I'll be mad as fuck the whole way home.
Well, root beer is delicious, first of all.
Now,
Now,
root beer is delicious. Put some ice cream in that
a
hoe.
nice cold root beer. Well, here's the thing with the $15 minimum wage thing. Now, if you are going to raise the minimum wage up to $15 for like these jobs like McDonald's and grocery stores and other fast food chains or whatever, there may have to be a more strict hiring process.
I mean,
because it is. I mean, that's what it's going to have to be. You have to have people that are worth $15 an hour.
Yeah, no, I understand that they gotta live, but they gotta get my fries right too.
Well, yeah, I mean, if
fuck, man, you got one job. You're on the fries. You have one job. Salt, pick it up, put it in the fucking box. Give it to the other guy. You got one job.
Well, see, I know we've all worked in fast food. I think we have,
and I'm not being ignorant, but you remember in the 80s, they had the commercial where they had the mentally whatever challenge, handicap, whatever the proper term is. If he can do it and not spit on the food, you can fucking do it and give me non-soggy fries. That's all I'm saying. For $15 an hour. That's all I'm saying.
Am I high right now? Like, this is blowing my mind.
I'm gonna shut the fuck up for the rest of the podcast.
Nah, that was funny, dog.
No, it's not that. I'm just saying it. But if they do, first of all, aren't going to be able to afford $15 an hour. So that's just that kind of puts the whole 15 raising thing out of the picture.
Say that again.
All right.
Yeah, what'd you say?
A lot of small businesses, like if you own your own business or whatever like that, you can't afford to pay $15 an hour to your employee. You're talking
about corporations. If McDonald's can say we serve $1 billion, motherfucker, you can give me 15 if I do a good job. That's all I'm saying. Corporations can do it. Mom and pop stores, I get it.
I understand.
I'm going to say in the past, I haven't had a raise with. Ooh, you need to start selling crack.
I don't know if crack hitting the streets the way it used to, my guy.
Whatever, man. Sell something.
Why is that? Why is it a topic? This is not a topic. Not a topic. Not a topic.
No, but I do agree with her because there's plenty of people in regular jobs who, they cut our bonuses. They're not giving us raises like they used to.
Well, my favorite thing is a lot of times if you get a raise, but then they increase taxes or your insurance. So it's like, okay, thanks.
I get it.
Just counterbalance it.
I 100% get
it. Marcus said first thing I hear is crack when I look.
Well, what's messed up is when you do work for these Fortune 500 companies, they slowly start to do things to pay people less. I've noticed that. I worked for a few of them. When I got there, they were bonuses. Huge bonuses when I got there. And then after a while, they start finding out ways to whittle your bonus down or find different ways to pay you that bonus. And then
make the hurdles very high for you to even hit.
Right.
And and to Nikki's point, if you can start your own, if you have the talent or if you have the acumen to start your own business,
fuck out of here, B.
They can't give, but they can hire new. Right. Exactly. They can hire
because they hire for cheap.
You're dumber than the last one who was here. So I'm gonna pay you less and I'm not gonna give you a bonus because I know you fucking.
Well, that's the way you do it. You have to if you're a company and you're trying to save money, you rotate. You get rid of the older people that have been there and that have earned a certain amount, and you hire new people.
Exactly. That's not familiar. That's why they hire the people like fresh out of school. The ones that fresh out of school with no experience, they're a lot cheaper. Instead of the people
what the hell? Bi-weekly stimmies apply that.
Hey.
What the hell?
Wow.
Oh, they're talking about paychecks.
Oh, I know what it means.
Yeah.
Wow.
They need to sell drugs out of the fucking Happy Meals.
I can't with that.
If whoever applied, I got something to sell them because they very gullible.
I tell my kids all the time, don't work in food service because I mean, the first thing they do is a 16, 17-year-old. They be like, "You can work at McDonald's." Who the fuck want to work at McDonald's?
That's very true. So I
Like,
worked at Taco
where's
Bell as
your
a kid. I
fucking
hated
standard?
it.
Like I told my daughter, like she applied. She turned 16. She applied at Zaxby's. I was like, "No, baby, you can do better." And sure enough, like 3 months later, she's like, "These people are stupid. I'm gonna go work somewhere else." Yeah, people are stupid everywhere, but that can't be the reason that you quit. Like your standards, maybe we need to instill in our kids the standards. Hey, you McDonald's, if you're gonna use it as a stepping stone, great, but don't let that be your I'm gonna be Calvin the manager. Get the fuck out of here.
What about Chick-fil-A though?
Yo, at least Chick-fil-A got a 1 day guaranteed off.
Make a good
I'm
point.
off
Very
So Sunday I'm in these streets. That's what you're saying.
Praise God. I'm off.
Not quite those streets, but sure.
Oh, the pews. Got it. Never mind.
Hey, hit Rob
I sent you the link.
Hit Rob.
I already sent him the link.
Because I'm
But,
talking too much.
No, I did hear somebody say something about Sunday. Come on, Sunday. No, it was a dude that just went to heaven, and guy was talking about all the stuff he did. He was talking about. He said, "What about Sunday? That was supposed to be the Sabbath." He's like, "Damn, Live be open on Sundays."
Live.
What
Coming to
do
place
you
in
know
Miami.
that?
Coming to club
The
in Miami.
club,
Live.
yeah.
Live. Yeah.
Listen, don't. I'm all about being a Christian, but don't let that stop your money because these motherfuckers said, you know what, we can't sell alcohol on Sundays, and you're some simple motherfuckers because alcohol gonna make you money on Sundays. That's on you.
It blows my mind.
Yeah.
We can have strippers Saturday night.
I just keep hearing. Well, the thing that keeps getting on my nerves is you hear people like talking about, all the places that they go to, like these jobs that are supposed to be built for college students or high school kids, and they're mad at adults that they won't work there. Oh, they got all these now hiring signs, and all these people talking about they don't want to work. They just want to sit around and collect stimmies. People have bills. You can't pay bills off of $200 a week.
Exactly.
It's impossible.
No.
Impossible.
Who the fuck you think is gonna what kind of bills you think a motherfucker got that $200 a week is gonna do? Shit, that's my fucking electric bill.
Y'all need to cut the lights out when y'all leave the house.
No.
You can subscribe to 10 OnlyFans pages for $200.
Oh, there it is.
God damn it, Rob. Hey,
I wrote something better, but I'll use that for next week because this is actually pretty good.
hey, Rob, I'm gonna be on one of your shows one day, and I just want to show out 5 minutes, and I'll log off.
No, you won't.
Who you want?
Whatever, I don't care.
You come on one of the podcasts that I do. That way you can drop F-bombs. I don't know if I can.
Not the Fox Sports Radio. No, don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
I could be semi-intelligent on that one.
We want Rob to be able to buy more pictures like that in the back in the future.
And to keep his job.
It's so classy. It's classy. Got flowers on the side. It's so classy. Look at it.
Man, that's all Karen, man. I have no art talent or any all that. Man.
This motherfucker got daffodils on the wall. God damn.
Who the fuck says daffodils?
I don't think it's well. I don't know. I don't know what the hell it is. Look, the crazy thing is, they're like mason jars, right? And they light up like fuck. Like it's seriously, you can light them up.
DIY project there, huh?
Hey, this motherfucker got HGTV house.
Oh gosh,
You nothing wrong with that.
I'm not.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Look what I got.
Man,
I got dumb shit on my fucking wall.
I tell you, like, I think that HGTV ruins a lot of marriages. It's like, we can paint carpet. Well, no, you can't. Well, I saw it on TV, so we.
Man.
That means you can do it, and I'm gonna watch you and direct. I gotta have all that.
HGTV have you think you can knock a whole wall out in your kitchen and put a island cabinet up in 30 minutes.
Oh, you don't need that support beam. That's not going to hold your house up.
That's
What?
a little buried wall. It's okay.
You have to get rid of that support beam for that nice island that we want. That's marble that cost us $7,000. But don't worry about that beam. That thing looks bad up there.
These motherfuckers be like, I collect stamps. My budget is $1 million. What?
He's like, I collect stamps, and my wife has an OnlyFans page. Our budget is $32 million.
That sounds like chemo.
Hey, I wanted to say something about you were talking about the minimum wage stuff. It's really crazy because I agree with Sosa that if you're gonna get paid for a job, you should do your job correctly. So there should be a value placed on every job. But I have a friend that owns a restaurant, and he's offering, and this is not an exaggeration, he's offering people $23 an hour to cook, and he will train you. Right?
You can do that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
An hour to cook because he has no one to cook. And it's like, he goes, you can work 8-hour shifts. We'll work with your schedule. I'll give you $23 an hour. He's like, tell everyone you know. And I'm like, is it that bad? And he goes, yeah, man, nobody wants to work. That's what he tells me. I think
Is it the unemployment or people thinking they're better? What is it right now?
Well, from his perspective, before the pandemic, he was able to get folks, and he's always been a guy that's like, all right, I'm trusting you with my brand, so I'm going to pay you, but I want to make sure that you do things correctly. So he wasn't going to expect you to come in there and work for him for, $10 an hour because you're going to give him a $10 an hour effort. So
that right there explains so much.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
He was willing to pay people like, I think it was like $15-$16 an hour to cook, and he would train you, but you have to do it his way, which is fine. Hell, if you go to McDonald's, they're going to train you in their way anyway. But he's like, I can't get anybody to work, and it's crazy. He's like, you can't get people to 10 bar. Like, go work at a bar.
There's a couple businesses.
Crazy.
You'll see a couple businesses like close at odd times. Like you could tell when the shift change, and they're supposed to have a full staff, and they'll say, "Hey, we got to close at 5." Sometimes they'll explain that they don't have anybody to work. Sometimes they're just like, we're closing early.
That's the.
But I mean, nobody.
They're only open like 5 hours a day because they tell you we don't have staff to sling your yuppie coffee. So.
Yeah. Hey, now that salted caramel frappuccino in a venti cup is delicious.
Now, it's not. And I hear it, but it's not a double standard to expect people in food service to do their job, because of course, if you work anywhere else, you expect everybody to do their fucking job. It's just food service is just like so. I want to say public. It's more instant. It's more, oh, you fucked up my shit. Like within 5 seconds, they know. Whereas if you work HR and be like, I forgot to pay such and such last month. Oh, motherfucker, that's last month. So he's 2 months behind. Now we got a problem. But they waited 2 months.
I wish that Rich were here. Probably have something to probably say something about this. I think we're getting to a point where we're going to be a gig economy where everybody's going to.
I was just about to say something about it.
That's it, and then it's like, all right, I'm gonna pay you to do X amount of stuff for me. Like Nick, I'm gonna pay you to do just this for me, and that's it. And I think that's how it's gonna be on a lot of stuff. Like I do a lot of like voiceover stuff for folks and graphics and stuff like that, and they pay me by the job. I think that's how stuff's gonna be eventually.
That sounds like Fiverr.
Yeah,
and that's what it is. It's Fiverr and I can't remember the other one. Upwork. Fiverr and Upwork and all these things, they hire you for what they need at that moment. So and I think what happened at the onset of the pandemic, when everybody was like actually not losing their jobs, because of the pandemic, they found out they had talents. Hey, I can make masks. Hey, I can make cups.
And
I can they blew up.
That's why OnlyFans made so much money during the pandemic.
God damn it.
That is absolutely real.
Hey,
I have a
man.
vagina, I can
Yeah.
show it to you. Ask me to show it to
Hey.
you. I might as well get paid for it.
That's
Okay.
like when
Yeah.
Backpage went down, all these bitches all of a sudden knew how to rap. Come on, man. It's the same shit.
God damn!
What
What he
on
just
there?
said.
Socials on a roll right now.
Am I? I need to
Oh,
shut
that
up.
was
I'm
hilarious.
gonna post this, Gina, but it's long.
I'm at you.
All right, right before the pandemic, I lost my job with special education students. Loved the job. The pay wasn't worth it anymore. With baby 4 on the way, I took a seasonal job at Target, $15 an hour, and now I'm getting my real estate license. I just needed to use the stimulus as an opportunity for a career, and I feel like a lot of people reevaluated their jobs, careers,
Exactly.
and are seeking training, education, and certifications, and don't want to be at McDonald's while they do.
Exactly. Hey, that
Yes.
pandemic was like a blessing in disguise to a lot of people.
A lot
Made
of
them
people,
realize
because
they
they
weren't
would have continued. There were a lot of people
Yeah.
that would have continued the cycle that they've been in for a long time if that didn't shake them up. Now, of course,
Just
pandemic was a
didn't.
horrible thing. People lost their lives. We don't want
Right.
to overshadow that.
No,
but
no.
for a lot of people, it was a blessing.
It got them
Well,
out of the comfort zone to
Yeah.
try something
Because
new.
if you died, it wasn't a blessing. You just died. But yeah.
Mhm.
Well, Peter Leghorn today
Yep,
said
see?
he's going to stop accepting the federal funds. So I don't know. I don't understand all that. He I made a mistake today, and I have to apologize to you, gentlemen, because I figured y'all would cuss me if you seen what I did. I actually went to one of the things came up in like the LTX Facebook feed or whatever, and I went to battle with some of those idiots that are in those comments.
Why did you do that?
About what? About what again exactly?
Well, the first comment in the one post was need us to work, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, man, my wife is a teacher, and you know what? The problem is that your lazy ass didn't want to take care of your kid and do what they were supposed to do with the distant learning. That's the problem.
Mhm.
It has nothing to do with my wife sitting over here working literally 70 hours a week to put together things that make it easy for your kids to consume and get the information that they need. It's not the teachers. And the first thing, those teachers need to get their ass back to work. Like the teachers are collecting unemployment. So then I'm going to battle. I'm like, oh, what's wrong with me, man?
Right. That it's your dumbass kids who can't get it right because your dumbass can't sit with them because you're probably drunk masturbating on your guns.
Wait a minute. Stop. Well, first of all, I think I told y'all earlier this week. I was talking to somebody earlier this week about
that's a commercial Sosa board.
I was listening to radio that caters to the other side, okay? The other side.
Were you
I
bored?
promise you, I have never heard so much concern for minority underprivileged kids than I heard this week when they were trying to peddle the fact that they can't go to school.
Why did they throw them
In
there?
less than 5 minutes? I think they said the underprivileged minorities are suffering like 10 times.
You
But
don't
it
give a
didn't-
fuck about
But
us.
it didn't suffer when we have like their knees on our necks. Fuck out of here. I
Eat
don't
a
like
dick.
that shit.
Hey, listen, them motherfuckers don't give a fuck about Every Child Left Behind. Y'all remember that shit? They didn't give a fuck
Yeah,
about that.
I had to study that in college for a psych class.
Man, hey,
No child left behind. You said every child left behind. No
Oh,
child
that's what
left
he said. No
I don't
child.
know.
I heard no.
Hey,
I didn't even.
I'm
pay
drunk
attention to him.
and I think in Spanish. I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
Yeah, I understand, but I understand. Yeah, they didn't care about that shit. I'm from the corridor of shame in the PD. Nobody was giving a shit about the poor, underprivileged kids back then.
No.
And to be honest with you, and not saying that my family is poor or underprivileged, but we are black, and my niece and nephew are thriving.
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 Spell it.
I can't.
Thriving.
Oh my gosh.
Like A honor roll straight out, you know, and they've been doing distance learning. So who are these kids that are suffering? And I don't even think it's that. I honestly think somebody's losing money.
It's not the kids. It's the parents who don't want to fucking. You know what? Hey, Bobby, I don't want to fucking teach you this shit.
A lot of these people don't want to be around their kids. I'm starting to see that.
Like,
I know that sounds
right.
very bad, but I can see that's the case. I'm like, you don't really fuck with your kid like you think you do. You know?
And then what Marcus said.
Put a lot of
Soccer,
perspective.
hey, listen, Ask your kids what the fucking capital of Virginia is. Them motherfuckers gonna say Virginia Beach. No, motherfucker, no.
Virginia Beach.
I'm sorry.
One
Y'all-
lady
y'all
that
hit-
was arguing back and forth with me though about the whole unemployment thing and like these people should get off their ass and blah 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 blah. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, damn, all right. I'm just trying to walk away. She keeps tagging me, and then she goes, I'm disabled, and I'm like, you fucking cow. That's exactly the first. You're disabled, and you're talking about people getting a handout. And the words came out of my mouth, and I was like, man, I'm glad I'm not putting that in text where somebody can see it. Because the first, you fucking cow. That's exactly
So fucking snorted.
like, you're gonna bitch about people and you're telling me in a Facebook feed for everybody to see that your ass is disabled. Okay. My goodness, man. It's like talking to both sides of your mouth. So
I don't understand, Rob. Rob, next time just find something else to do. I read those WLTX stories and I can take a shot.
Stop following the page. I just stopped following the page.
You can't because I'm so interested in how they're going to turn it racist. I'm so interested.
That's how I do it.
You gotta
the same way Rob can come on here and say, like, pull out his ass, OnlyFans, is the same way these motherfuckers can make it racist. It's the same fucking way, man. It does. We could be talking about all white kids and one black teacher and be like, the black teacher is overworked or black. You don't give a fuck about her. You never gave a fuck about her. You give a fuck. You don't want to work with your dumbass kids because they're fucking whatever. I hate that I'm calling kids dumb, but sometimes.
Well, I mean, let's be real. Some are.
I mean, right. Sometimes they're crash test dummies. Right. Exactly. Yeah. I'm just
I blame that on the parents. Oh, maybe that's so, but
it's entertaining.
Right about that.
Reading those comments. It is. It is.
I can't read. I'll get triggered on those comments because.
Pick one of the most innocent stories that you can find on those websites, and it's on those pages, and it's like, hey, the zoo gets a new baby gorilla in, and it'll be all. Oh, I bet them niggas like it. And I'm like, how did that even happen? Who was talking about race?
you
blocked it because of that, right? I wanted them to rename the new baby gorilla they had like 3 years ago Harambe after the one that killed up in Cincinnati because the people weren't watching their kid and the kid ran down into the thing and the gorilla's protecting it and they shot the gorilla. So I was like pestering the zoo because they're like, you can put together some money. They were trying to get people to donate. So I got like 5 of my rich friends to put together like $2,000 because we were going to rename the gorilla Harambe just to fuck with the zoo. And sure as shit, I sent them. I was like, I have $2,000. Is that enough? They blocked me on fucking Twitter. Blocked me on Twitter because I was trying to rename the gorilla fucking Harambe after the one that they killed up in Cincinnati. So yeah, but I've seen that too, where even the gorilla thing.
Oh man,
not gonna
I
work.
think the girl had got.
It doesn't matter, man. Anybody who says racism is not existent or this is not a racist nation, y'all motherfuckers ain't played Call of Duty in the last 10 years. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, no kidding with that.
No, it means can opt out of.
Man, Gina, you are. I don't know you, but you write some nice things and words that flow well together. I don't.
Wow, shoot your shot, Rob. Hey, listen. 10 years ago, if I would have listened to Rob talking, I'd be like, you know what? That's how you shoot your shot. Goddamn. That's
I like that.
Shit.
That's funny.
Damn, I forgot.
Yeah, I didn't even know about the opt-out thing until honestly yesterday. I didn't know that was a thing.
No, I can honestly say I didn't know none of that shit.
Nope,
it was just a buzzword that they used back then, and I didn't know no better.
This is not only fans, Rob.
Well, the thing is, if you have so many failing students, don't some schools like lose funding or lose certain kind of money coming in if they have a certain amount of failing students? Yeah.
Black schools, yeah.
So there you go. They're doing it for your kids. They're doing it for y'all. They're making sure that these kids get what they need by sending the dumb kids on.
You want to know what the awakening was for me as like a human being, where I realized that racism is still a problem within our country, is my freshman year in college. And I'll never forget this till the day that I fall off this planet.
Where did you go?
I went my freshman year. I went to Spartanburg Methodist before I went to the Coast Guard, and then finished up when I
SMC
around the country. But
wow, that's where
we went to the Kmart Super Center up there, and in
Spartanburg Super Center. All right,
they have this big place where you can get. It was the closest place to campus where you can get food, etc. So I walk in with one of my black friends that was my roommate, like right across the hall, and we walk in there, and both of us are, we got like $20 to our name to buy us food or whatever. And I walk in and I'm able to go and walk and do whatever I want. He's right behind me, and sure as shit, security starts following him. He has done shit.
That's real shit. It's real shit.
And that to me was an awakening in my life, because I realized that we were both exactly the same person. We're freshmen in college down the road, have essentially the same amount of money, essentially the same family background. We are American people. It's just that I'm not as dark as he is, and I've got blue eyes, so technically I'm not a threat to security. And I'm not gonna. I guess they're thinking I'm gonna steal steaks or what the fuck ever. But they followed us. They followed him all the way around the store, and I'm watching them do it. And that was a realization for me a long time ago, and it is real. But when you see something like that, it just hits you. You really realize that, it's something that's out there that if we don't address it and let what's going on, and you're just sitting there and allowing it to happen. So now, if something like that happens anytime now, I literally ask people, "What the fuck are you doing?" I've asked Walmart people that a lot. What are you looking at? If we're gonna, we'll tell you. I'll tell them point blank. I don't give a shit anymore. What the hell are they gonna do to me? Take my damn Sam's Club card away? I don't give a shit.
Go to Costco, motherfucker. Go to Costco.
Where you gonna get that big ass bottle of ketchup from?
That's something that stuck with me for a long time. I think everybody should have that kind of experience. I really do. If you have it, then you know. And then there's no questioning at all.
I've had it on my own. I had it like your roommate did. Not roommate, your friend did. So
I've had it here. I've had it back home. I don't want it. I'm good.
So, Brian, how many times have y'all been driving while black?
Bro, listen.
All the time for anybody.
All the time. But the
specifically stopped. How many times have you been stopped specifically?
Well, the significant point for me was when I had graduated from college and I had gotten a job in radio, thought I was big shit, bought me a brand new car. It was a Honda. Nothing in it was automatic. Like it had to wind up windows and everything, but it was brand new. And I got followed when I had the paper tags.
That's a long time
ago. And
he
stopped me right here on not Gervais, Greystone. Stopped me on Greystone.
Shit.
And was asking me, was it my car? Where was I coming from? Where was I going? And they said, you need to be careful driving a car like this. And I'm like, it's a Honda, a Civic.
What does he expect you to be driving?
I don't know.
A Caprice?
I don't know. But that's one of the significant points. Other than that, it's been quite a few times. Quite a few times.
Oh, yeah.
The one that sticks out for me is just in high school, because, you live in an area at that time was, I guess, more white, I would say, this side of town. And going to maybe like a house party in North Springs or something as a high schooler. And you got pulled over in North Springs and they're asking you all these questions, get you step out of the car, want to search the car. And I'm like, I ain't the brightest 17-year-old in the world, but you ain't got the right to search the car. And it's just like, they look at our licenses and IDs and they're like, oh, yeah, we live like a walk away from here. You think we somehow live near Columbia Mall? Like we live off, Bluff Road. Like I don't live over here. Like what the fuck is wrong with you? And it's funny. Like once they saw our IDs, it's like, oh.
Marcus's
Like that's
point
the one that stick out to me.
the comments is somewhat true, but I think I told Brian this before.
Mhm.
A way to combat racism, you have to go to the old Scottish way of breeding them out. Seriously.
Breeding them out.
And I'll explain it to you. 20 years ago, or whenever the hell it was, when they took down the Confederate flag off the State House grounds and all that, there were 5 million people down there raising hell about, oh, keep the flag up, blah, 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 blah. Now all those people are getting fucking old and they're dying. And you got people like me who are raising kids that look at them like, look at those fucking idiots. We don't want to be like them. So you breed them out. You have kids that are going to be like, I'm going to judge you by who you are, not what color you are.
Oh, that's what you meant. I thut you meant like,
Yeah.
I thought you was telling all us to go to get a white woman pregnant.
No. You see where you went? You see where I wasn't even thinking.
Wait a minute. I was saying just make sure you have kids that it's hard enough to know not to do that way. And Brian's
my God.
Sadly, I know people because of where I work. Sadly, I know people Rob's age.
Brian, shut up.
Yes.
They don't give a fuck. They still be like, you know what, y'all don't belong here.
But let me pose this. What he said is really good too. But what do we say about the people who are not necessarily racist, but they're passive and don't speak up? But like their words would mean a lot to people. What would we say to those people?
Eat a dick? Oh.
No, I agree with that.
Well,
I mean, you're part of the problem now.
I mean, I feel that too.
Yeah.
In some aspects, silence is consent, but there are a lot of people that are just afraid because they don't want to be caught up in the drama of racism, because that thing is a fucking bomb anytime it appears, and it can affect everybody standing around if they participate.
Oh, I'm
wait,
sorry.
who does it affect? Who does it affect? Who does it? No, listen. So let's go back. What, 3 weeks to that dickhead who was fucking telling the one kid to get out of his neighborhood because he don't belong here.
Mm-hmm.
Like anybody on that block could have been like, "Yo, chill out. He's fine."
Mm-hmm.
Go back and
that's a very good point. Everybody been a little too passive for me in that, because I'm not gonna lie, I'd be the motherfucker out the door like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
On,
I am that person. Yeah.
So
even if that kid knew he was going to get his ass beat, he didn't want to, because in his mind, I'm going to be wrong anyway.
He was alone.
That is true. I felt very bad for him.
Yeah.
You remember the whole thing that they were coming out with? Well, the kid did this with where it was messing with people or whatever.
We know.
Yeah, you know why you haven't heard shit about that? Because the kid's on the spectrum. You want to know how I know he's on the spectrum? I talked to the AP guy that's covering it. They don't want to put him out there because of, basically making him a victim by putting his name and all that out there. He's on the autistic spectrum. That's why he touched somebody. He's on the fucking spectrum.
Oh, wow.
Like
that guy that was yelling at him until the day he falls off this planet. Seriously, I don't give a fuck how long you've served.
Hey,
I don't give a shit. Fuck that guy. You're yelling at an autistic person, you can die in a fire. And I mean that. Die in a fucking fire. Write that shit down.
Oh, God.
Sadly, he's not going to get exactly what's coming to him.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. But his career's done. So, my point is, I forgot my point. Fuck.
I just thought what Martin said, challenger with 5% tint. I remember what we were talking about. You silly.
But
this went dark. Oh God.
Well, yeah, I mean, I understand, but unfortunately, society does have a either a short attention span or not a real long memory. So,
no, but it's because. So, do you really think that, or is it because there's so much shit keep happening? Because the one
having
kid
to jump from one thing to the next.
Well, the one kid in Colorado who got killed by the cops, he had a mask on. He was dancing, but he was on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
I forget his name. God forgive me. But he was murdered, and the Colorado Springs was it Colorado Springs? They got off because, fuck, whatever. But he was on the spectrum. It was
Yeah.
said he was like 23. It was. Can you imagine?
I know you're talking about the thin guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how much shit I'd miss if I passed away at 23? I'd be.
Yep.
Oh, it's so much I would miss.
Yeah.
Exactly.
23 is the year I graduated college.
Think about how much you would miss if your life was taken away from you at 23, and it wasn't your fault.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And imagine and look, think about how much that you've grown. Like some of these guys who were, on the bad side of their life at that point, 22, 23 years old. That wasn't who they were going to be for the rest of their lives. So you get a lot of people looking at their past saying, "Oh, he was a bad kid. He flunked out of college, blah, blah, blah." You don't know who that boy would have been at 40, at 35.
Yep.
You know how different we all are at our age compared to 23?
Oh,
I was a piece of shit.
I was
A
an
bad
idiot.
past is not a death sentence.
I was just a
wish
book
people
smart
understand
idiot. That's all I was.
that. Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
Nothing. I saw something on TV and it was funny.
I don't believe that shit.
Let's see.
Okay.
What did Marcus say?
I have
Technically, and I'm
I have
reading all
something-
these out loud because when we
of
put the
course.
audio out, people are going to wonder
We
what we're
know
saying.
that.
Okay, so technically all of this is from Marcus. Technically all of this has been happening. It's just been recorded by someone now. Nothing
Right.
has changed when someone thinks they are a superior being.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's true.
Because do you really think
Gina
the
thought
LA
you meant
riots
mixed
would have
kids.
happened? Do y'all really think the LA riots would have happened if Rodney King wasn't filmed? It wouldn't have.
No. You know how many times that same thing happened in California that same day?
Exactly.
The same thing. Yeah.
In Illinois, in New York, a motherfucker reached for his wallet. It wasn't filmed, but everybody know he reached for his wallet. He got shot 23 times. What was that, 96, 97?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Amadalu, something like that.
Aiello. Yeah.
Diallo, yeah. So yeah, and let's see. Trina says didn't have a chance to experience their true life, and that's why I protect my son. And I know it's scary for you, Trina, because I mean your son's what, 17, 18, maybe?
I think her
you know,
son's
and
of
you-
age now.
Man.
Yeah, so
Mercy
you have to
Mercy
you
went
have to
riding
think
around.
about that every time. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. He went riding around this neighborhood. It's a small subdivision. And I said, and I put my phone on loud. If you get any issues in this neighborhood, because he's not going across the street. If you get any issues riding a bike in this neighborhood, call me.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I had everything locked, loaded. I'm walking. I didn't even take a shower. I'm walking out the door as soon as this motherfucker called me. I'm not taking no chance with my son.
Yeah, and that's a scary thing. You have to work. You have to think about that now. That's a whole other part of your life that you have to think about whenever your kids walk out the door, on top of bills and life and everyday adult shit. You got to worry about is my kid coming back.
Adulting is different when you fucking different.
Well, I ain't got no kids.
Shut
Worry about myself.
Okay. That's gonna change soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be 70 years old with a 10-year-old.
God damn.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Let me see if I can mute your shit. I'm gonna mute Sosa Mike.
Sosa, didn't I tell you earlier he gonna mute your ass tonight?
Oh, can't hear him. Oh, what? Can't hear you, Sosa? Huh? I'm fucking
That's
with
wrong.
you.
Yo, he did mute you motherfucker. I quit.
All right. So, what were we talking about anyway? How do we get into this?
Angel dust.
It got dark, very dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my fault.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was
No,
hoping
it's
Yeah.
for all of us. It did.
I was hoping that we would barbecue a motherfucker because he's an idiot. So yeah, I'm for open
Hey,
barbecue.
so,
I'm all
I
for
got
that.
a local question.
Instead of the firing squad.
Fuck that. We'll barbecue him.
Oh God, don't get me started on that.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I don't want to talk
Oh
about that.
Jesus. Yeah, I'm with
I
you
got
on
a
that
local
too.
question.
Yeah.
Is this new guy gonna take over from McMaster?
What new guy?
You know, Cunningham?
Whoever's running for fucking
We
governor.
still got like how many years we got? We got a while for that election.
What's
Isn't it?
next November?
Yeah.
Next
Not-
November, yeah.
November
Well, I mean-
2020.
Mm-hmm.
I hope Cunningham does it. I like
in
it.
this cycle.
With Cunningham, you got to remember he won that House seat down there
Yep.
with
I forgot the lady's name.
Yeah, I can't remember, but he won that House seat down there and then lost it to Nancy Mace, who was one of the first women to graduate from the Citadel. But
I didn't know that.
He went down there and was he was able to raise money and do stuff down there with the folks down in Hilton Head and all that.
Somerville,
and I don't know if he's going to be able to get with people across the state, but I think it's going to.
I think he has a bigger name than anybody's had in a while for the Democratic side to run for governor, because nobody really knows them until 6 months before normally.
Right, and I think that's a lot on the Democratic Party that
I agree.
They don't try to market their guys in time, but I do like the fact they put him out there, and he can literally, because McMaster is a shit show, he could literally sit back and just every day. You did this, you did that, you did. Listen, I can't say McMaster's a shit show.
Wait, no.
I follow Joe Cunningham. I follow him.
The thing is, you think somebody's a shit show, and you really don't have to do anything to let them win. That's how Trump got in office. That's how
McMaster moonwalked into that position.
McMaster, I mean, people that know a little bit about McMaster, the 92nd thing with him, he is a slumlord that let college kids freeze in the middle of the winter because he didn't want to damn go and fix their heaters down there in those shit houses he owns. That
I've heard about that.
I don't know how you say you probably say, let them go outside. I say let them go outside and set a trash can on fire.
Hey, if you don't know about McMaster, all you got to do is watch Django and Don Johnson. And
I was about to say he's Don Johnson. That's exactly what I was going to say. He's Don.
No, he's not white. You can't treat him like that. No, that's McMaster. That's Don Johnson. And Candyland, that's him.
But Masters, he's just absolutely just terrible. I mean, just horrible. God, and
T-Mobile,
Trump,
are you still in here?
For him, and it's just a mess, man.
Yo, he's so far up Trump's uterus. It's a fucking shame, dude.
His uterus.
He's the perfect reason why local elections matter, because you gotta get rid of him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This state is like eons behind everybody, bro.
Yes.
I know Mobile said earlier he had a topic for us.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have something that it's interesting. If you guys wanted to, if I could bring something to you here.
Go ahead.
Transgender. I'm going to talk about this on my show tomorrow, and I'm having issues with it because I don't know how I'm going to present it without people basically calling up and just spewing things. But this is interesting. So there's a transgender weightlifter that is going to make the New Zealand Olympic team, and so
from a guy to a girl, from a girl to a guy.
This is a guy that's going to compete as a woman.
Got it.
In Tokyo for New Zealand's team. And the reason that they're going to be able to get on is because of some COVID stuff, keeping the number of athletes down, etc. But to me, when I see that, I feel there's a part of me that wants to be accepting of everyone, but then there's the other part of me that's like, it's not fucking fair. I mean, it's just not. I mean, I power lift all the time, and I'm telling you, you can be a woman and lift and all that stuff, but you biologically, you just don't have the same things that a guy has. And that's just, I hate to use this term, but it's just science. This person's going to go in and slaughter all the women that are over there just because of the fact that she's got more muscle than everybody else. Now, if it makes me like a hater, then I guess that's what I am.
But Sosa looks conflicted.
No, the thing is, and I think what's scary about tough stuff like this is you don't want to be looked at somebody who's not accepting.
Right. Yeah.
So it's kind of like you try to handle these topics with kid gloves.
Right.
But you're right. It's science.
Hey, what about all those other women that were training and working their dicks off, working their ass? Get up there.
I mean, the funny shit is like he really didn't mean to say it. That's the
hilarious. Well, the testicles back. They're right.
But they're working their ass off to get up there, and then it's like, guess what? You you can compete all you want, but she's got 30% more muscle than you do. So,
and there has to be a flip side. And I want to bring this to everybody's attention. The flip side to another coin, and I don't want to say that I'm comparing, but if you're okay bringing a transgender person to compete, why are you against the BLM kneeling? Like Tokyo said, you will be punished if you wear BLM apparel. And if you
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really?
that's
I didn't
not
know
just
that.
that. There's other stuff too, but that is one of the key things up there. Yeah, that's a good point.
Equality is equality. If you
Right.
want, if it's okay for a transgender, regardless of their chromosomes, to sit on whatever Olympic event you want to, then why can't, like, you know what I mean? Because either way is going to be a political statement. Either way, at this day and age, either way is going to be a political statement.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, it is. So I mean,
I'm shut the fuck up now.
no, don't shut the fuck.
I don't know how I'm going to
But
put
I
that
agree.
out.
I mean,
folks that are going to be like, and hopefully I won't.
I heard about this guy that's competing in like track and field with the women now because he's trans. He switched over to woman, and they're saying when he was running in college, he was like number 30 out of 31 people. Like he lost every single race he ran as a man. But now that he switched over, like he's winning all his races against the women.
Yeah.
It's almost like he did it just so he could win.
Hey, Marcus, eat 3 dicks and call me in the
I think that fit this conversation too well. You might want to retract that.
Yeah.
Okay, eat 3 vaginas and call me in the eat 3 somethings.
Yeah. So
Placentas, I don't know.
we discussed chicken wing drought going on. Oh shit. Yeah. Since we're at the end of the show, we might as well talk about the most horrible thing that's happening in America right now.
No, pull back real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
To that point, maybe 7 years ago, in combat sports, MMA, there was a transgender male going to female who competed against women. She was beating their ass.
Yeah. Look, so
Like,
I looked
that's just wrong.
Fallon Fox is actually the name. Fallon Fox.
Or excuse me, a woman was going over to be a man. And I found, remember The Rock when he had that show where it's like, I can't remember where it was, but everybody was like American Gladiators, but it was like,
Titan Game.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Titan Game. Yeah. So I watched an episode of that where this woman had been like a big basketball player for Stanford, decided that she was going to make the transition to a man. You look, I mean, she's got like a beard that's better than mine, and all the hormones and everything else. The first event they do, they have that where they're running against each other, and you got the big weight here, and the one guy ran and just hit this guy, and he just went flying, and it was just he didn't have the muscle mass to keep up with this other guy, and it's the same thing. And like, but when you say stuff like that, people look at you like, well, they want to be a woman, so. And I'm like, yeah, but in the concept of sport, it's just not fair.
I don't know. And to Nikki's point, even Bruce Caitlin said the trans you can't. The reason I say
so random
is that I don't know if it's called devil's advocate, but you can't say stuff like that because you got motherfucker like Tim Scott who say USA is not a racist nation.
Man,
Candace
fuck
Owens,
that gummy ass motherfucker.
Wait. Listen, but then, so Tim Scott said that shit. Then Candace Owens will say this shit, and like
she don't count.
Nope.
Right. But that's
she does
why
not count. I want somebody to dare me to say she does.
My point is, you can't use one person from that group that says they can't do this, and then us turn a blind eye to a black dude in politics who says, yeah, it's not right. Like, it's the same concept. You know what I mean? Like, just because one person says it doesn't mean you can't use it as your spokesperson, is all I'm saying.
Jenner is a noted Republican. She's even said that.
And I get that. And the
you are the party that doesn't want you support. Just throw that out there.
All I'm right, and I 100% get it. What I'm saying, oh my god,
she shot that J and hit that one. That was a good one.
All I'm saying is, on both sides, regardless of your view, you can't use the one person from a group that says, yeah, we can't do that. One person doesn't like if that was the case, we would just listen to Terry Crews and be like, yeah, okay, we're good. No, fuck you. No.
Oh, we're gonna make an acronym for Coon?
Oh my god.
Nope. I don't know how to cut my screen off, so I'm not gonna do it.
He did that.
He did. All I'm saying is we can't use one or two or three people from one group to be the voice of the whole group, is all I'm saying. Well, I'm not saying it's not right. All I'm saying is we got to be careful because it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Chicken.
So chicken wings is a thing? That's a thing?
Yep. Yeah,
dude, I swear to God, I'm going to shoot 3 people if I can't go to KFC and get my fucking $5 for that.
So apparently, I don't know if anybody has not been listening, but there has been reportedly a chicken shortage. I don't know why there's a chicken shortage, but there's a chicken shortage.
Because
several people probably ain't want to work there no more.
Oh yeah, probably. And several Bojangles have been reported saying that they no longer have Supremes on the menu. They have signs on their
that's the only thing I get
from the drive-through thing. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't know how you still like that chicken.
Let's be honest,
but everybody's chicken don't taste the same no more.
It's because they're all
so now one thing I did hear was there was a lot of chicken
except for Publix
and chicken products coming from China, and they would come through like Mexico.
I don't want Mexico my chicken to get on a boat. It's chicken.
Yeah. So that's probably one of the things. It's a trade issue, I believe. But does anybody eat at churches?
Hell no.
Hell no.
I have not eaten churches since early college when I didn't know.
That's some of the greasiest food.
If you don't
it makes your bag is gonna be translucent, my guy.
If you don't hate Marcus Hunter, you need to hate him tonight.
Dude, but that's real. Like,
no, he's right.
I be trying to remember. I'm like, is that church still open? And you pass it. Oh, it's still open. I just don't pay attention to it.
I'll kill the chicken and skin it myself before I eat church's chicken.
It's not real chicken, but it tastes great. I don't care.
Oh, you talking about KFC?
Great.
Yes, I don't fuck
kitchen fresh chicken.
I haven't had KFC.
Kitchen fresh old. I don't care. The shit is amazing. I don't care.
I know there was one KFC that had a buffet. There was one KFC
had a buffet. That sounds like death.
They do. Izzo, listen, they had the fucking, oh my God, that's diabetes, blood pressure, all of that bullshit on the bar. I don't give a fuck. I mean,
where?
Oh my!
I remember when Pizza Hut used to have buffets.
There was one here though. Was it the one on Broad River that used to have the buffet?
I have no idea.
The one by Zimmelcrest?
I think so.
They don't have what they were doing. They knew what they were doing.
I'm still fucking old. I remember McDonald's that had like the breakfast buffet. You can go there and get all the hot cakes and shit you wanted.
McDonald's had a breakfast? I don't remember.
When was that?
I don't remember that.
Man, I don't give a fuck.
I'd fuck up some hot cakes right now.
You go there and it was like $3.99. You get all the hot cakes and sausage and that damn paper. Man,
KFC is Bobby, KFC is 30%.
I'll eat it right on that styrofoam they give me.
I'll slap 3 old bitches to go through that bar right now. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
What?
I'm drunk.
What?
You said Rob is giving us validity right now. He's keeping us right above some niggas.
Oh, he said Decker and Broad River. See, they knew what they were doing, Bobby. They knew exactly what they were doing.
We were gonna talk about chicken shit.
Decker and Broad River. See, I didn't know about those. I only knew about the ones in Camden and Bishopville, and those buffets was fucking amazing. I don't care.
What were you doing out there?
Chromosomes. I still eat the shit. I don't care.
What were you doing out there? I think Sosa's running drugs on the low. He ain't telling us.
No, man. No, well, for the Bishopville. For Bishopville, the ex-wife, that dumb bitch lived out there. And in Camden, I started my AGR military career out there. So I just happen to know.
I got you.
The best chick, he's not lying. He's not lying.
Isn't that off of Bluff Road?
It's on Bluff Road.
Yeah.
That's the
where does
everybody auntie.
Where does
that's where everybody auntie and everybody
Russia's
grandma work.
I don't like Russia's chicken.
You
like
don't,
that.
man.
Maybe
Maybe
when I had Russia's and Zestos, I was like, they forgot the Lorries.
I never had Zestos, but Russia's.
No.
Every time I'm in Colombia, I get Russia's.
That's crazy. I live so close to Russia's and I barely eat it.
I'm gonna take you there tomorrow.
No, I'm cool.
Okay, great.
So disrespectful.
Zestos is the best. All right. Anybody got any shotgun topics they wanted to get off their chest? Anything they wanted to say? Anything they wanted to get out in the open?
I thought we were going to talk about 3 albums.
We'll save that because we're already.
We'll save that. Dogecoin to the moon.
Dogecoin at like 54 cents.
Yeah.
So if you're down, get it now.
I got in at 4 cents. I feel like I'm.
Zesto's West Columbia.
I got in at 4 cents too, Rob.
There you go. Me and you together.
I got in at like 6 and then like 32.
Zesto's and Zaxby's.
Bernie's, Zesto's, West Columbia, and Russia's.
All right. I
love Zaxby's.
Russia's,
I love Zaxby's.
Russia's.
Zaxby's is a payday.
Bernie's is
type food thing.
Yo, Zaxby's wings and things, damn near with a drink.
Hey,
that's a coma right there.
$15.
I put Bernie's against Zaxby's though.
I've never had it, so I believe you.
Shit.
See, everybody said the Zestos that what's it? The one in Triangle City, as they call it. Everybody talk about that one.
What the fuck is
the West
that?
Columbia one. The West Columbia one. That's the West Columbia one.
Ice cream on top of it.
Yeah, that one.
Yo, we got like
the one up.
Oh, that's supposed to be like the oldest one in Columbia, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Isn't there one on Forest Drive?
It don't even have a name on it no more. It's just a checkerboard building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they did. They prices high as hell.
They did,
but that's why they started making a little sandwich combos because they saw people like, oh no,
yo,
they had to make it a little cheaper.
Zaxby's raised their price like Snowfall.
Oh yeah, he'd be like, raise their prices.
I never watched that show.
You need
you need to watch Snowfall. I understand your logic, but it's not what you think it is. I promise you, you need to watch Snowfall.
So it's not about a black dude breaking into the drug game and then making it big and making bad decisions.
No, we already have this discussion about Snowfall.
We did.
Okay.
I'm just saying, Snowfall and The Wire, like that's got to be top 5.
Is The Wire not about somebody breaking into the drug game and making bad decisions?
Going on. You got Greek people in there. You got white people in there. You got black people in there. You got crackheads in there, regardless of race.
Bubbles.
The Wire is not what you think it is either.
Bubbles.
Anyway, Bubbles.
Yeah, great.
Still made me sad when I forgot the black kid name at the end of the show. I'm like, oh.
Hey, Bobby, talk to your brother about fucking Snowfall, please.
Not watching it.
Whatever.
Y'all watch Invincible? That shit's dope.
Nope, not until you watch.
So you want to watch fantasy? Oh, okay.
I've been on the sci-fi thing, man. I've been dealing with real life. Has been the last year and 6 months. Can I just not pay attention to real shit right now?
Just whatever. I'm
a true crime documentary guy, so I can't say nothing.
Brian, you were not in LA South Central in 1986, so Snowfall is not going to offend you. It's not going to affect
my life.
Not going to do shit to you.
You don't know about my life.
You know what? You were in Atlanta when you were 13. Come on, man.
All right.
No, I get
Huh?
what you're saying, but it's Snowfall.
Rob. All right. So nobody had anything you want to talk about real quick before we go?
Any new Kevin Hart movies to recommend, Brian?
God damn.
Oh, hey, Nick,
Yo.
can you just do me a favor and do The Rock and Kevin Hart bouncing off of each other? Can you just do me a favor? Like, I think you'll appreciate that.
Which movie?
It's not a movie. It's just clip. It's just Kevin Hart impersonating Rock and Rock impersonating.
Oh, so
Kevin.
not when the real cameras came on. Got it.
Oh.
If you just, I think you'll appreciate their relationship and the way they just play off each other.
Yeah, I took from that they fuck each other. That's what I
bounce off each other.
Whoa.
That's what I was thinking. Bounce off.
You see what I got, man. It's like,
see, Bobby, a real one. He hit it right there.
Bobby, hey,
Snowfall,
he's missing the Sopranos, but he's on there.
So is Breaking Bad not about some dude breaking into the drug game, making it big, and then making a lot of mistakes?
what are you gonna watch then? What are you watching, Brian?
Fucking show.
You're shitting on everything Sosa's asking you
but
to watch.
But it's the journey. The journeys are all different, though.
What is wrong with Brian? Brian is like, you know what? I'd rather watch a human rock fuck a Japanese woman. What the fuck, man?
We're watching what is Oprah's show she does on Sunday? The Soul Searching Sundays. That's what
Jesus knows.
Got that all DVR and he's feeling good and he's like, I'm gonna be positive.
First of all,
Bobby got it now.
First of all, I didn't even know that shit existed, Rob. Fuck are you watching on Sunday?
How you didn't know that? I even knew that. Yeah, he lives with a whole woman, so I mean.
Oh God, man.
Yeah, well, I ain't watching any of that shit. My wife's over there watching damn Pride and Prejudice, the damn A&E version that's 18 hours long. That somehow that's the shit that we watch around here when she's awake.
Bobby,
she's awake.
Oh man.
I'm talking to Bobby. I don't know about Power over Sopranos. I think I got Sopranos over Power. Just to be honest.
I mean, Power fell off at the end, so yeah.
Some of the writing was off. It's like,
yeah.
What are you doing?
I ain't watched that either.
We know.
I watched some of Ballers. That shit was dope.
Oh,
Ballers
okay.
Don't compare. Okay. Ballers don't compare. Ballers is a good watch.
I like Ballers.
Season 3 or season 4 went left for me. When Russell Brand got in, I was confused.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I understood the concept. But yeah.
What do you say, Rob?
I said Ballers is a sanitized version of Playmakers. The NFL got pissed off at Playmakers. They didn't want that shown, so
because they said that shit was so real.
Who was that?
Together and then went from there.
I remember Playmakers. Yeah.
Oh, I used to watch Playmakers in college. That
was only like one season, right? I want to say.
Mm-hmm. Remember Cuba Gooding Jr. was the crazy running back.
Playmakers.
I thought it was his brother. I thought it was his brother.
Not Cuba. I'm sorry. Omar.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's like the series on ESPN.
Mm-hmm. I used to watch that thing.
But I mean, it was real, and it was so real. The NFL's like, nope, can't do that anymore.
A little too real.
Seriously, I think there was something bringing back
kind of when they started paying attention to the injuries for the NFL players, and they started kind of all the CTE stuff when they were showing that show.
Yeah, don't talk about the concussions we're giving people. Fuck that. That's too much.
Yeah,
that shit was real, bro.
I forgot about this.
They wanted that Will Smith movie to get pulled.
Oh, about CTE because that African guy who truly studied it. Yeah.
NFL
NFL is the mafia, bro.
This is why I don't get excited about NFL very much.
And that was before Gooding, right? Not Gooding. Mm-hmm. Goodell. That was before Goodell, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Paul Tagliabue.
When you think about like sports conglomerates or whatever you want to say, I think the NFL has the most dangerous backers.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You think even boxing? What about boxing?
Hell no.
But Boxing, you could still get your damn candy ass energy drink you made 6 weeks ago if you got $200,000.
Boxing. The funny thing is, boxing is there's no off season for boxing, or just say combat sports. There's no off season.
Oh yeah, that's any time.
NFL.
Something that you got talking about next week was the bill that Georgia signed into law today with Brian Kemp about the names and image and likeness bill, where it's basically they take 75% of whatever you get as far as a college student and basically send it to everybody else that's playing, and then you can't get any of their money until you're a year out of college. Lots of fuckery in that bill.
So it goes into an annuity, is what they're saying?
Yeah, but let's say that Brian's a quarterback and he generates $100,000 worth of whatever. All of that goes into an account. 75% of it goes into it, and then they redistribute it to other athletes who may not have as much. He still gets some of it, but he can't get it until he's a year out. It is.
Does it appreciate in interest?
Yeah. I'd be like, did you just everybody gets a trophy, my money?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is. And but it's going to, people I've been reading pieces of it, and it's like, I don't know how the fuck this got passed. He went to Georgia's recruiting lounge and said, hopefully this will get the Bulldogs a national title. No, you dumb fucker. They've got damn top 3 classes all the time. Get that idiot that's wearing a lady's visor off the sideline. You want to win a damn national title. Stop
All you had to say was Georgia.
Bastard.
All you had to say was Georgia.
Well, he'll never be on our show.
Brian Kemp, fuck him.
Fuck him.
Man, Ron DeSantis, bitch ass, with his big ass suit.
I ain't listening no more. Fuck him.
Hey, Rob, I do have a shotgun topic.
Okay.
Let's listen.
It's real quick. Why was Dabo wearing that big ass suit on draft night?
I can answer that.
And I was very upset. I was happy for Trevor to get drafted. I was. Once they leave Clemson, I'm a fan, but I was confused. That suit was big. Him and Ray Tanner need to chill. Him and Ray Tanner wear big suits. Huh?
Because he don't know who his daddy is.
I don't know what's going on.
How you turn the camera off?
No, I can't sit here and explain Dabo Swinney. The guy's got damn baptism pools after practice, and that's no joke.
I remember that.
Yeah. If you're bringing people to Jesus after you beat the shit out of them on the football field, I can't explain to you anymore. The guy wins games.
Oh no, I wouldn't pick on that. That always made me laugh. Where rich people will have. I'm like, dude.
Listen, hey,
what are you doing?
So Rob, you're a big Clemson fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Etienne and TL being on the same team under Urban?
Well,
good question.
I don't. The thing with that was last year, Jacksonville had a running back named James Robinson who was undrafted. He got finished 5th in the league in rushing. He also caught enough passes to get 400 yards. So they have a running back right now that's 1,500 total yards. So you know what? Let's just go and draft another running back. As a Clemson fan, I look at their offensive line. It's rated by Pro Football Focus as number 26th in the league. Why don't you draft a fucking tackle, you dumb fucks, and protect him so he doesn't get his ass killed?
Don't you remember that Urban can't recruit very well? He just recruits stars. That's it,
Rob. They're too busy getting Tim Tebow to come. So
he's horrible. That's a shit show.
Wait, guy, no. Oh my god.
Wait, do you guys really think? Okay, so Tebow as a quarterback sucks. But Tebow as a tight end, fullback,
he's about to be 34, dude. He should have learned that a long time ago.
Okay, you're right.
That's my problem.
I'll tell you what. The whole thing with he's like, I was a virgin all the way through college. Man, fuck you. Nobody.
Fuck you, dude. I heard that shit. I'm like, bro, you were getting everything that was moving. I don't care what you say.
Well, I don't know, because Tebow might have been sucking dick, and that still makes him a virgin. No, it doesn't.
I think Aaron Hernandez was probably hitting that shit. I wouldn't be surprised.
I was trying not to say that. R.I.P. to the
I didn't want to go there. I don't want to go there.
I'm just that whole Florida team was.
Or you went to KKK rallies with Riley Cooper.
Oh God.
Or he was cursing out coaches with what's his name?
Or-
Fucking Percy Harvin.
Corporations accept money from corporations and people that have like racist ties. But
That
go
school was a shit show,
pray,
boy.
pray to Jesus, man. You keep working that out for you, all right?
Yeah.
Fuck
I don't
him too.
understand that.
So when does he make a church? Because that's in his future.
I'm gonna make a church.
You know that the whole thing with Urban Meyer, though, that like he's not even a good person. The guy left Florida, and then at Ohio State, he had a coach that was getting, and this is real.
Oh yeah,
and like size sex dolls and all kind of shit delivered.
Yeah, that's
What?
right.
Wait, I didn't know about this.
You don't remember that?
Yeah,
No.
it's happening, and he's
And they
like,
covered him up again.
they covered all of it up, and it's like, man, you can't tell me you didn't know one of your damn assistants had a damn 6-foot blonde blow up doll getting delivered to him, along with all kinds of other sex swings and shit in the office. How the hell do you not know that?
So let's take it back. Ever since Penn State, what's the name?
Paterno.
Husky and
Paterno. So ever since Paterno, we really can't say, "Oh, you didn't know." Everybody knows.
Especially college coaches.
Like, let's even go back to Tarkanian. Everybody knows. Everybody knows you're recruiting somebody that can't read at 6th grade level. I mean, we can go further back. What's Oklahoma State's coach from the 80s, 90s?
Oklahoma's coach? You talking about Switzer?
Barry Switzer, yeah.
Barry Switzer. Like, you know what you're doing. You know what your players are doing. Like, none of this should be a surprise anymore. My point is, nothing should be a surprise anymore. So Urban Meyer's doing everything that everybody else did. He's just stupid to get caught, is all I'm saying.
But the thing that bothers me is that he'll sit there and he'll talk with people about his faith and how much he loves Jesus.
When people do that, I don't believe you. Honestly, I don't believe you as soon as that happens. Go away.
Your assistant is literally there's texts of him talking about beating his wife and everything else, and he's fucking blow up balls and having them sent to the job. But you're talking about Jesus in your interviews, man. Clean your plate, brother, before you come clean on everything. My goodness.
Blow up dolls ain't in the Bible, so I think that.
I'm just saying, like, and I agree with Rob.
We gotta end the show.
We do, but let's also finish this part.
Yeah.
I mean,
damn, that's a fuck you to Sosa.
State and church. If the United States can supposedly keep it separate, state and church, then why can't you do it in secular activities like football? Because it's a secular activity. Who the fuck cares?
I'm fine with all that, but no.
I get what you're saying. I 100% get what you're saying. But if you're gonna be secular, we're not fucking Baylor or Gonzaga or whatever the fuck is in Utah. Who gives a fuck about Utah anyway?
Gonzaga.
You know, yeah, them bitches. So.
I was about to
I'm
say,
just glad-
urban
so
coach
you
want to
Utah?
hear the. No, you good.
Yeah,
I'm just glad we didn't.
The audio from the shows are all online. We'll be posting a link soon if everybody wants to listen to the past shows. Thank you so much for coming in and staying for as long as a lot of you did. Some of you came in at the beginning and stayed all the way through. David, appreciate you. Nikki, appreciate you. Bobby, appreciate you. T-Mobile, appreciate you. Marcus, appreciate you. All y'all awesome. And the new person I hadn't seen before, what was her name?
Gina.
You as well.
And
So we'll be back next Thursday at 10 o'clock. We'll be back next Thursday at 10 o'clock, y'all, here, and allow us to keep you company one more time. We'll holler at you. Peace.
Jesus.
Hold on.